And good evening, folks, from Korakuen Hall, the world-famous Korakuen Hall here in Tokyo, Japan. My name is Larry Dallas. As you hear Mariah Carey blasting in the background here in Japan, it is Christmas season. Lenny has gone home. I am joined by my friend, the DragonGate historian, as I like to call him, Jay. Jay, welcome to the business, kid.
Larry, it is a pleasure and honor to be here with you today. This is my first time doing something like this, so I'm sure these have been famous last words somewhere in the world, but Larry Dallas, I am counting on you tonight.
Well, don't worry, buddy. I am very excited to be here. As you're seeing some clips of the past year here at DragonGate, we had a historic night at Final Gate. A lot of things happened, title changes. Up and down, top to bottom, a spectacular card. But tonight, on what is it, like you said, it's a fan Thanksgiving night?
Larry, a night that is usually reserved for Thanksgiving, fan appreciation. Keeping with the festive season, there is a palpable layer of tension and controversy in the air tonight, because finally, we will find out who the final new member of RED is.
I've been on Twitter the past couple of days. Obviously, the schedule gets a little screwed up coming over here. I see all the speculation from people. I've seen people mention maybe Shun Skywalker, maybe old DragonGate stars like Rich Swan. People are very, very into who this could possibly be. The one thing we do know is that whoever it is has a problem with Ultimo Dragon being back here, has a problem with the older guard, wants to see a change. It's going to be very interesting to see what it is. I've been with the RED boys the past couple of days. I mean, that is not a secret. We were out last night. They are not telling me anything. It is a well kept secret here. I've been in this building for about 4 or 5 hours, parading around. I paid off the parking attendant to let me know if someone new came. I did it again. To let me know if someone new came in here. I have not heard anything from anybody yet, so I don't know who the demon is. I don't know what's going on, but a lot of mystery surrounding things here tonight in Tokyo.
Well, I'll tell you what, and that is purely by design. Eita has been doing nothing but misdirection and lies. He's been on Twitter giving fake hints, saying it's a man with huge trapezius muscles and thick-soled shoes, and then mocking people for falling into it and speculating about that. So until this person has taken their mask off, I think nothing that we've heard can be taken as a real clue.
For those of you joining us on YouTube, we encourage you to go sign up at DragonGate.live to check out the show. You can watch the Final Gate from this past Sunday. You can watch tonight's show on there. As always, the first 2 matches are free on YouTube. Have to make mention as you're looking at the screen, that is Naruki Doi, our new Open the Dream Gate champion. I'm sure we're going to have some highlights coming up for you soon, but I have to be honest with you, I'm 35 years old. I've been a wrestling fan for as long as I can remember, Jay, and I cannot recall being live in a building for a matchup as good as Benkei Naruki Doi. I was apoplectic. Lenny Leonard was shocked. It was one of the greatest matches I've ever had the honor of being here live for in any country, in any company. I mean, if you're going by the Observer standard of November 30th to November 30th as far as matches of the year, we got the early front runner right now, and it happened very, very early in the fiscal year for matches of the year right now.
I'll tell you what, Larry. Benkei and the new generation had the gate slammed in their face in Fukuoka. Naruki Doi, he said it was not just a win for him. This was a win for Masato Yoshino, a win for Yamato, a win for BB Hulk. This was a win for the now generation.
The now generation, as you see the card coming up on the screen right now, guys, it's going to be a very interesting night here. Doi Darts is it's the highest ruling order in DragonGate. Yagi, obviously our commissioner, you were telling me earlier that Doi Darts is something that cannot be broken. You must follow the rules of it. It is a random drawing. Kids come in the ring and they throw a dart at a dartboard with a bunch of balloons on it that have the wrestlers' names. And it's 4 teams drawn at random. It's an elimination matchup. And, if you're a fan of Lucha Libres, like, what is it, Parejas Increables?
Yes.
Jimmy and Diamante have been teaching me some Spanish this time over here. Yeah. But, as you're seeing the card over there, Doi Dart's going to be very interesting. Obviously, you got the red demon hanging over your head there. We got X because Shun Skywalker had pulled himself out of the matchup. People are speculating where he is.
Shun Skywalker has disappeared after losing to Benkei 2 weeks ago right here in Korakuen Hall. He requested a leave of absence and has since We've not seen a sign of him here in Japan.
It is a question you get asked by a lot of fans here in Tokyo. I was out last night. I actually came here to Korakuen Hall to check out some of the other action going on here in the country. I was walking around the streets. A lot of people came up to you. They're asking the questions they go when they know you work for DragonGate. They go to me. They go, first of all, they ask me how tall I am. Seems to be the most popular question I get asked over here, and the metric system fails me every time. But, you know, it is about Shun Skywalker. It's about the demon. It's about who the X is in Doi Darts. A lot of questions. It's interesting, right? When you look at it, when you get to the end of a year.
Oh, now we've got some highlights from Fukuoka here. This is some clips from the Open the Brave Gate Championship match. As you can see, some powder from the Red Demon, a tainted victory for Kaito Ishida over his former Maximum stablemate Jason Lee. Jason, of course, not happy with the result. He's demanding a rematch. We don't know if Ishida's going to grant him one or not.
Ishida, I tell you right now, you know, he's a guy that turned on Maximum, said he wanted to go to a winning team, was not happy with what was going on. You know, won a great match against the Sumo Osaka at the Gate of Destiny. Here he is with his first defense over Jason Lee. If there's ever a blood feud in match one, it really was a hatred match. Those two men did not like each other, had no respect for each other. Here we see now the Triangle Gate Championship as the 36-0 Machines.
The streak is over, Larry.
The streak is over. You see Jay pinning Susumu. Look like all things are going to be going their way, but the team of RED, as you're about to see coming up, dethroning the Machines.
Well, you know, Hyo had previously failed at this title twice this year, and he had been saying since he joined RED that it was his partner's fault, and maybe he was proved right the other night in Fukuoka. Diamante picking up the win for his team.
Tonight, an interesting matchup as Jay's going to have his first singles match going against Ben K tonight. As you see, I believe the Twin Gate Championship match is going to be coming up right now on your screen. That was RED of Eita and Big R Shimizu against Yamato and BB Hulk. BB coming back from a neck injury, and I said the starters had come back, and that's what the result changed for here. You previously saw Kobe World Yamato teaming with Kai, losing the titles to Eita and Big R. Came back with the starter, successful obviously.
And what a performance here by Yamato. Hulk took to social media and said that he received the greatest Christmas present he could possibly receive, because Yamato is the one that brought the Twin Gate back to Tribe Vanguard. Tribe
Vanguard has the titles. They end the year on a high note there. You see BB hugging Yamato there, celebrating, very happy. It's interesting as an athlete to come back from a broken neck, you know, to do anything at a high level. Absolutely a fantastic performance. And then obviously now we're going to take a look at the Dream Gate Championship, which to me is a match of the year contender. Ben K and Naruki Doi. I cannot remember being live for a match better. I was in attendance for Samoa Joe Kobashi. I was in attendance for a lot of classic matches in my lifetime. This was one of the best matches I've ever seen in my life.
You know, Naruki Doi went into this match knowing the champion was the younger and the stronger of the two. So all he could do was rely on his experience and counter as much as he could until he could find an opening, and he found it, and he hit the muscular bomb.
The muscular bomb. He worked over Ben K's neck the entire time. You know, Ben K has traps for days. His neck is as strong as anyone I've ever seen. The fact that he was able to put him down with that, there is no more dangerous move in DragonGate than a muscular bomb. It's only been kicked out of one time. You know, Doi, who went 0-7, I believe, or 1-7 lifetime, or 1-8 lifetime in DreamGate challenges. I believe started the decade as the champion, now is ending the decade as champion.
Going into his 20th anniversary as champion, saying you can teach the old dog some new tricks, and he's going to be, for any fans that complain that DragonGate is boring or it isn't interesting anymore, you can answer to him, because as long as he's champion, the DragonGate ring will be hot and exciting.
The image I'll always remember is, you know, I remember watching the video package leading up to it, and you saw the emotion. I don't have to speak Japanese to understand what was being said, what was going on there, as you saw a very thoughtful Doi there, and the tears at the end of the matchup. I mean, for me, there's moments in your life when you're a performer, when you're an athlete, you go out there, and you really do lay it all on the line. I myself, you know, have come back from big DragonGate shows and been overcome with emotion. It is a hard thing to do to accomplish something. Here you see Marufuji coming from Noah.
An impromptu mask versus hair match. Stalker Ichikawa, well, we should say the former Stalker Ichikawa, tried to stack the deck in his favor in a match where he could win with a 2 count, he could win with a 5 count on the floor, but unfortunately he fell to Namichi Marufuji from Pro Wrestling Noah, and Stalker Ichikawa is no more.
He is no more. It's going to be interesting to see what his new name is, what he's going to go with. They obviously announced in true Lucha Libre style his real name.
Kanji Ichikawa.
His debut day, and they added Divorcee.
Divorcee once.
I did not know Ichikawa got married. I cannot believe that someone actually married Ichikawa. That is the most amazing news I've gotten this week.
There's still hope for you, Larry.
There's still hope for me, apparently. And there you see right there the Doi Darts matchup, obviously randomly drawn. You see Eita and KZ, two group leaders on one team. Fuji, Yosuke, and Ichikawa. Yamato, Gama, Horiguchi, and then Kagetora, Hyo, and the X. Who the X is. You're going to see a lot of interesting things in this matchup. Tribe Vanguard against Tribe Vanguard. You know, RED versus RED. Natural Vibes versus Natural Vibes. It's going to be a very, very interesting matchup here.
Tell you what, Larry. There is no match that is more uniquely DragonGate than this. Not only is it a four-way six-man tag team match, it is a four-way six-man tag team match that was decided by children from the crowd throwing darts at a board. But don't let the silly nature of this match fool you. This is still a Korakuen Hall main event, Larry.
Yes.
It is the last Korakuen Hall main event of the year. For someone like Kota Minoura, this is a huge opportunity. There's only so many of these matches in a year. If he could, he's picked up some wins in opening matches at the last few Korakuen Hall shows, but a win here, like you said, Eita, KZ are in this match. There are unit leaders in this match with him. This could be the opportunity for him to take it to the next level.
I had mentioned during the Final Gate broadcast that, you know, there's no off-season in pro wrestling. So basically you go year by year, right? Every year is a chapter in your career, and how you start and how you finish it, you're kind of writing your story a little bit. For Minoura in this matchup to be able to finish with a victory or an impressive performance, he really sets himself up for 2020 very nice. You can say the same thing about Hyo. You can say the same thing about Yosuke, about KZ. Guys, Eita. You know, guys that are trying to reestablish themselves here. A lot of different intricate storylines going on in this matchup right now. A lot of different things that you can look for. I'm personally very excited to do my first one. Gonna be a little crazy, a little bit of a test for me.
This will be, yeah. To have the first show you call, to have this type of match to be the main event. I'm looking forward to it, Larry.
Yes. It's going to be very, very interesting. We got a stacked show here for you guys tonight. Once again, if you're watching on YouTube, you can go over to DragonGate.live, sign up. You can get you can watch the main event. You can watch the Final Gate. You can watch the entire card. The first two matches are going to be for free on YouTube for you guys. We look forward to really a stacked night. Let me tell you something. Korakuen Hall, to me, there's 3 arenas in wrestling. I said it last time I was here. It's Korakuen Hall in Japan. It's Arena Mexico in Mexico, and maybe the ECW arena as far as arenas that have a special thing for it. You can add Madison Square Garden to it. You can add the Tokyo Dome, which we're in the shadow of. But these 3 arenas have so much history of wrestlers that have come through them. There used to be a wall that had signatures of every gaijin that came through here. They painted over it, but it's a place. It's a stepping stone. It's a validation of your career to come here. I know the Japanese, I know the natives feel the same way when they come here to this building. It's gonna be a very big night, very stacked card. You want to end on a high note, man. We're heading to the Christmas season. We're heading to New Year's.
And you know, Larry, I've been here every month for the better part of the last 5 years, both as a fan and now helping you guys out with translation and being up here. And there is no experience like DragonGate in Korakuen Hall.
Korakuen Hall has quickly become one of my favorite arenas to come to. It's something I circle on the calendar, something I look forward to. You can easily look at it and go, okay, well, you know, the major show just happened. It's going to just be a little house show. No, it's not. There's going to be a lot of things going on. Who's the demon? Big question. Who's the X in the main event? Big question. What is all going to happen here? People try to finish up their year on a high note as we head to 2020. Going to be very, very interesting night of action here, Jay. I am personally pumped up for it. You know, thank you for Gayor for having us. Thank you for DragonGate for having us. I could not ask for a better end to my year personally. We're heading to the holiday season, man. I cannot wait to get this card started, buddy.
Well, it looks like we're about 30 seconds away from start time here, Larry, so let's just take in the atmosphere.
30 seconds from start time here as you see the crowd filling in. People are excited. Obviously the news, we got new champions across the board. It is going to be a packed night. It's a new era. Ben K was, you know, outstanding wrestler of the year probably for DragonGate. Jay's the Tokyo Sports Rookie of the Year. They're going to be in singles action tonight. The Doi Darts, the Demon. So many things going on here in DragonGate. It's not a better time to jump in if you're a new viewer. Get started now. New champion, new year, started off right. Thank you for watching us. I'm looking forward to this on YouTube, looking forward to this on DragonGate.live. I look forward to welcoming all our new fans, whether you're watching live or on demand, from England, from Australia. There's a fan from Australia in the crowd right now. Obviously the Japanese fans, the fans from America, could not be happier to have you guys here joining us. I believe we should be getting started here any minute now. Once again, my format's in Japanese. That's what I got you here for, baby. You're supposed to direct me on these things. Very, very, very pumped up here tonight.
This is the final Korakuen Hall show of the 20th anniversary celebration. And again, want to thank all of you for joining us one more time to be a part and being a part of this.
Yes. Obviously, we talk about the 20th anniversary. The infancy of Torimon. They're going to be having their anniversary show coming up in January. I understand that after intermission, we're going to have a lot of names announced for that. We've been told.
That's the rumor. We've been trying to figure it out. They've been working me, Larry. I can't get any names.
Can't get anything from anybody.
They know I'm a big fan, and all they told me is please look forward to it.
They're holding it over your head a little. Don't worry. They don't tell me anything anyway, yeah. So I don't know anything when I come here on a regular basis. But Torimon, obviously that anniversary show will be coming up in January. Circle your calendar for that one. The lights are dimming, boys. We're getting started here at Korakuen Hall here for DragonGate. Final Korakuen Hall show of 2019. Our young boy ring announcer getting in the ring right now. Get ready to make his announcements. We are starting off with 10-man tag team action here, Jay.
Coming to the ring now, we've got the team of Shachihoko Boy, Problem Dragon, Punch Tominaga, Oji Shiiba, and Hiroshi Yamato coming out to the music of Shachihoko Boy. Unfortunately, no singing from Hiroshi Yamato tonight.
Shachihoko Boy looking pretty pumped up right there.
High tension as always.
Smile on Punch Tominaga's face.
Favorite of taxi drivers in Fukuoka everywhere.
Hey, it's Santa Yamato giving out some prizes here. Some gifts to the crowd. Like we said, it's the holiday season even here in Japan. Yamato's throwing out some stuff to the crowd. I guess Santa Claus wears white in Japan, huh?
Only when it's Hiroshi Yamato. In the ring, outside of the ring, the man is always decked from head to toe in white, from his shoes all the way up to his necktie. I can't hear him singing, Larry.
Shachihoko boy out there singing. Crowd's very happy. Yamato's having problems with the bag in there.
You see OG Shiiba in the ring.
You ever dressed up like Santa Claus?
I don't have the physique for it, Larry.
I've definitely dressed up like Santa Claus before. One of my favorite things of the holidays.
Looks like we're gonna get the full chorus tonight from Shachihoko boy.
Is this a normal thing for him? To be out there singing?
He tries.
Yamato Hiroshi!
Hiroshi Yamato, independent wrestler, the current Mount Fuji Pro Wrestling champion. OG Shiiba recently returned from a torn MCL and ACL. Representing Natural Vibes, Punch Tominaga. The world famous Problem Dragon. And of course, the symbol of Nagoya Castle, Shachihoko boy.
変わりまして、ジミー、吉岡優希、ジェイソン・リー、クネス、神田康組の入場です。
Coming to the ring now to Yasushi Kanda's entrance music. We've got the team of Yasushi Kanda, K-ness, Maximum's Jason Lee, Mochizuki Dojo's Yuki Yoshioka, and Jimmy, who I believe is on his final night in DragonGate for the year.
Jimmy is heading back to Mexico tomorrow.
Found his passport.
He did find his passport. Him and I are unfortunately going to different airports, but both of us are heading back to our native countries tomorrow. Jason Lee obviously coming off that tough loss, that disputable loss to Ishida at Final Gate. Jimmy really wants to end tonight on a high note. I was hanging out with him earlier today. We rode over here together. Very, very excited, wants to end on a high note. Feels like DragonGate is his home.
The fans have high expectations for Jimmy. He's gotten himself very popular among the female fans here with his handsome, good looks. Of course, Yuki Yoshioka on a hot streak. He's picked up a couple wins recently here in Korakuen Hall. Jason Lee, the preeminent combination of Kung Fu and pro wrestling in the world. And of course, Torimon veterans Yasushi Kanda and K-ness.
Obviously, for those of you who are new to the company or are watching on YouTube for the first time, we operate under Lucha Libre rules, which means tags are not needed. If someone rolls out to the outside, anyone on the team can come in. Something just to know as our tag matches get a little bit crazy here is it looks like Shiiba is going to be starting off. Shiiba, the younger brother of the retired Kotoka.
Yes, debuted less than a month before his older brother announced his retirement. He had a dream that they together would win the Twin Gate Tag Championship someday. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to achieve that dream, and now after struggling with injuries, he's back to try and make his name for himself on his own.
Shiiba starting off with Jimmy.
Jimmy up and over. Backflip from Jimmy, and now nice, beautiful arm drag.
That Lucha Libre style, utilizing the ropes there. Shiiba.
Flying cross chop from OG. Jimmy back up, and we've got a standoff.
These two have had many a match together opening up shows around the country. Jimmy's tagging out to Yoshioka, and it's Shachihoko boy.
Yoshioka, 22 years old. Almost as long as Shachihoko boy's career.
Obviously, a member of Mochizuki Dojo. To me, Mochizuki's the Terminator, the Japanese Terminator, the scariest guy on earth. As Mandayu comes in, Mandayu in the black.
Nice drop kick from Yoshioka, sends them both to the floor.
Yoshioka's known to have one of the best drop kicks in DragonGate, correct?
That's correct. Deceptively agile for someone his size and physique.
Punch Tominaga, obviously the one in there right now.
Rocket punch from Punch Tominaga.
Now, what's the deal with him using his head for everything?
It's the power of the punch perm.
The power of the punch perm, huh?
The power of the punch perm, Larry. A hairstyle known around Japan as being the hairstyle of ruffians and ne'er-do-wells.
Yoshioka in a world of trouble here as all five guys are on the other team are in the ring right now.
Time for the X. X train fails. Trademark of Hiroshi Yamato, of course, the sliding, flying, X from any position. Shachi up and over with the Asai DDT. What do we got here? Oh. X from the top.
Oji's going up top.
Stuka split, double stomp from Oji Shiiba. Trademark of his older brother.
Quick cover, 1-2 kick out. Yoshioka not being held down. It's that Mochizuki trainer right there. That kid's got a lot of heart in him.
Yoshioka and punch now. Elbow exchange.
I don't know if I'm punched, if I want to get the striking exchange. This one that trains with Mochizuki. Oh. Little John Woo there from Punchy. Little Matrix.
Yoshioka. Huge vertical suplex from Yoshioka.
Yoshioka crawling over. K-ness and Kanda come in. Not really sure who tagged it at that time.
Double flapjack from the former M2K stablemates.
There's the Kung Fu of Jason Lee coming into play. The Hong Kong native, obviously. A major part of DragonGate's expansion over to Hong Kong.
Problem Dragon coming across, and Jason out of the way. Had that well scouted.
Here comes Mexico's favorite son.
Huge quebrada from Jimmy.
Got almost as much air as that plane he's getting on tomorrow to go back to Mexico. Sure his girlfriend will be happy to see him. K-ness and Shiiba right now in the ring.
Oji not where he wants to be right now.
Not at all. Yoshioka, Jason Lee, Jimmy coming in.
K-ness.
And then the veteran Kanda.
Yasushi tornado from Kanda. Comes that frog splash from Yoshioka.
Beautiful frog splash. 1, 2. Broken up by the opposite team there.
Jason back in now.
Shiiba's stomach in a world of hurt.
Oh, rolls him up. And Jason kicks out. Buzzsaw kick. Standing Hurricane Runner from OG. Jason barely escapes.
Wow. Shiiba right now on the offensive. Jason Lee. Oh.
What a drop kick from Jason Lee.
Right in the face. Not the place you want to be.
Now maximum driver.
That's got to be it. Cover 1, 2,
That's
3.
It. Just like that, Jason Lee with the maximum driver, getting himself back on track after the disappointing loss in Fukuoka.
Jason Lee wanted to make a statement tonight. He was talking about it. That loss ate at him for days now. A lot of travel we had to do. We had to go from Fukuoka back to Kobe, back to Tokyo. Eats at you when you're sitting there for that long drive in that bus, on that car, thinking about it, going, where did I go wrong? How come I lost? What happened? I didn't get to avenge it. Right there, big win for Jason Lee to end the year here at Korakuen for himself.
He wants a rematch, and Ishida's going to make him work for it. A win here in Korakuen Hall is a great start.
Jimmy just bowed to the crowd. The camera dismissed it, but Jimmy leaving now. Jimmy's going back to Mexico. We hope Jimmy returns to DragonGate here sometime in the near future. I'm personally going to miss the kid.
The fans are going to miss him too. He's made quite an impression during his 6-month stay here.
Absolutely impressive 6-month stay. Reminiscent of like Rich Swan's extended stays here at DragonGate
exactly.
for me.
Gonna